I mean, we heard when she was going to Australia, she was going to. I mean, I don't know if this was actually truthful or whether this was made up, but she apparently had humility training to help her come across as more compassionate to people and meeting children with cancer and Bondi Beach victims. I mean, it's plausible. She was terrible. She was absolutely terrible. Meghan was very much me, look at me. It was all her. She cannot help herself. So I do not think that she is suddenly going to take the role of the supportive wife. She doesn't need to take a back seat. It's not trying to be archaic here. It's not she has to walk 10 steps behind her husband the way that they imply Catherine does. It's about supporting your partner and the causes. You're just there in the background. Meghan's probably already picked out her wardrobe choices. She's probably got the press releases ready to go so everybody knows what she's wearing. She's got that one off. But yeah, I mean, does this look like a woman? Seriously, perfect timing. Perfect timing. Does this look like a woman that's listened to anybody with regards to maybe you should come across a bit more humble? Maybe you should tone it down a bit? If she was chocolate, she'd eat herself.
Oh, she would. Oh, she would. Now, Tash, we are learning more about exactly how the choreography in terms of this visit and the king is going to work. So this from the Establishment Times newspaper today, written by Kate Mancy, a member of the Royal Rota, which is why it's significant. Will the king finally be photographed with Harry's children? Now, she acknowledges that for the Sussexes, this picture would be the money shot. And she paints quite a picture, writing, picture the scene. The king smiles for the camera as he sits on a sofa by two beautiful children. At first glance, the little ones are not immediately recognizable. Then on closer inspection, the family resemblance becomes apparent. The red hair from their father, the Duke of Sussex, revealing that they are Charles's grandchildren, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. It's an image that would surely go viral, pinging on smartphones around the world. Not only would it be King Charles's first meeting with his grandchildren in 4 years, it would most likely be the first time the children's faces have been revealed since they were babies. For the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, it would be the ultimate money shot. The next twist in the saga that has launched them onto streaming platforms in the US, where their currency remains forever linked to their royal titles. Even in a world of royal what-ifs, there are those familiar with both camps who fear no such picture could ever be taken for several reasons. Harry has let it be known that he wishes to bring his two children back to his homeland in the UK when he returns with his wife. With this in mind, the king has offered them accommodation in a royal residence, although they have yet to accept his offer. That said, the reporting to Russell Myers makes it clear that they are accepting the offer. As ever, to borrow a phrase from Meghan's company, the state of Harry and Meghan's relationship with the royal family means that the story is never straightforward. In short, it's complicated. So what is stopping our hypothetical family photograph from taking place? Well, even if Harry did bring his children, it is possible that courtiers would leave Charles exposed to a photo opportunity with them? Or, and this is the critical line here because this has become brief directly from palace courtiers, mark my words, will Meghan and Harry be asked to hand over any devices on the way in? It is most likely that Harry will come before the big royal getaway to Balmoral later in the summer, which rules out any awkward suggestion that he could be invited to Balmoral with the wider family. The Duke appears to have suggested Sandringham, letting it be known that he and his family would welcome an offer to stay there. Given that Charles has managed to find a new home on the Norfolk estate for his disgraced brother Andrew Mountbatten, Windsor, Sandringham could also surely accommodate Harry for a few nights too. Whether in London, Windsor or Sandringham, William is likely to make himself scarce. Surely he'll be hoping that England will call for an extra cheerleader in the Football World Cup in the US, requiring him to put the Atlantic safely back in the middle between the warring brothers. As for Camilla, Queen Camilla, this is interesting too. She is staying well clear. She is unlikely to get involved in a discussion with Harry and Meghan, who can blame her. In the promotion for his autobiography, Harry said that she was dangerous and described her as a villain. She's most likely to want to protect the king from any inopportune meetings while staying out of the way as much as possible at Raymil House, her home in Gloucestershire. Would Meghan even want to come and meet the king with Harry and the children? Would she allow Harry to bring them alone? Even if she pulled off the PR coup of the decade and managed to get her children a photo op with the king, she is surely unlikely to be in the picture herself. Now, Tash, this is fascinating because, of course, the briefing to Kate Mansi, this member of the Royal Rota who writes for the Times newspaper, which is considered the newspaper of record here in the United Kingdom, comes directly from courtiers within the palace. And the fact that courtiers within the palace are saying, well, there might be a meeting, but we're going to ask, or we're at least going to consider asking Harry and Meghan to hand in their devices on the way. And oh, and by the way, even if there's a photograph, it's going to be with the children, not Meghan. She is not going to be happy about this. And I think they're almost trying to make Meghan stay away. It's almost like the palace is signaling they're happy and comfortable for Harry and the children to meet with the king, but not Meghan herself. Now, I don't think she will allow that to happen. I really don't. I think she's making it clear to Harry, it's me and the kids, or it's you on your own.
I think with Harry, the way he threw a tantrum over when Queen Elizabeth, they got the news that she was dying, and his first thought wasn't to actually just get up to Balmoral, get on the nearest plane, get on the plane with my family. It was to argue with his father that he was making demands that Meghan could go at that time of what should be for most people, and I'm sure for the rest of the family, was, despair. It was an awful moment in time. So I don't think Harry has suddenly changed and turned over a new leaf if he could do that when his grandmother was in, her final moments on this earth. So I think that if there is going to be any to and fro like that, Harry will definitely be spearheading it. Will Meghan be the one whispering in his ear? Well, yes, probably. But I do not think that if any problems come from this, it's Meghan alone. Harry is very, very entitled when it comes to Meghan. And I will give credit to the king here. I know not everybody agrees with me, but I do not believe the king is a stupid man. I believe that he knows exactly why they are coming over, why they want the children to meet him. And I think he's got to look at it from a grandfather's perspective as well as the king. It's a marketing ploy because it will increase the children's relevancy if they do see him. There's an awful lot of could, may, might potentials floating around. And there are different royal reporters giving different conflicting stories at the moment. And I think the king is very aware that by having a photograph with Archie and Lily, it will increase their royal relevancy, which means Meghan can financially benefit from the children. And this is where the king then needs to go into grandfather mode. If he does it, it's not just a negative backlash on the monarchy because he's allowed Harry and Meghan to do this after everything they've done, but it's then going to enable Meghan to use his grandchildren in such a way